Jake Holloway had always loved the mountains. As a seasoned search and rescue (SAR) leader, he knew the terrain better than anyone, having spent countless hours navigating its rugged paths and unpredictable weather. His team respected him not just for his experience, but for his unwavering calm in even the most dire situations. One late autumn afternoon, a distress call came in. A group of 6 hikers had gone missing after a sudden snowstorm hit the region. The storm was much earlier and fiercer than anyone had anticipated, catching the hikers off guard. With daylight fading and temperatures plummeting, Jake knew they had little time to waste. Gathering his team, Jake outlined the situation.
The storm's getting worse, and we have about 4 hours before it's too dark to see anything,
he said, his voice steady.
We need to split up, cover more ground. Remember, these people are scared and probably disoriented. Stay sharp, stay in communication.
The team, geared up and ready, headed into the mountain, their boots crunching on the fresh snow. The wind howled through the trees, and visibility was poor, but Jake's voice over the radio kept everyone focused. As they combed through the paths, Jake's mind was working overtime, calculating every possible route the hikers could have taken. After about an hour, one of Jake's team members radioed in.
Found tracks. Looks like they headed toward the ravine, but the snow's covering them fast.
Copy that,
Jake replied.
Everyone converge on the ravine. We'll follow the tracks as far as we can.
Reaching the edge of the ravine, Jake felt a knot in his stomach. The area was treacherous even in good weather.
They might have tried to find shelter down there,
he thought aloud, signaling for the team to begin the descent. The wind whipped harder as they climbed down, the snow now coming in heavy sheets. Halfway down, a faint cry for help cut through the wind. Jake's heart leapt.
I hear them, this way,
he shouted, leading the team toward the sound. The cries grew louder, guiding them to a narrow ledge where the hikers were huddled together, cold and terrified.
Hang tight, we've got you,
Jake reassured them as he and his team moved quickly to secure the hikers. They were suffering from early stages of hypothermia, but they were alive. Jake's team worked efficiently, wrapping the hikers in thermal blankets and preparing them for the ascent. As they climbed back up, Jake stayed with the last hiker, a young woman who was barely conscious.
You're going to be okay,
he said softly, giving her a reassuring squeeze on the shoulder. His steady presence seemed to give her the strength she needed to keep moving. After what felt like an eternity, they finally reached the top. The snowstorm was now a full blizzard, and the way back was grueling. But Jake never faltered, guiding his team and the hikers through the whiteout, his voice a constant anchor over the radio. When they finally reached the base camp, the hikers were quickly taken to safety. Jake stood back, watching as they were loaded into the waiting ambulances. Exhausted, he removed his helmet, the cold air biting at his face. One of his team members clapped him on the back.
We did it, Jake. We got them out.
Yeah, we did,
Jake nodded, a rare smile breaking through his tired expression. As the ambulances drove away, Jake felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The mountain had tested them, but they had met the challenge with courage and resilience. Leading his team through such a dangerous rescue had reaffirmed what he had always known, that in the most desperate situations, staying calm and thinking clearly could mean the difference between life and death. As they packed up their gear, Jake's thoughts were already on the next mission. There would always be another call, another group of people in need. And when that call came, Jake knew he and his team would be ready to face whatever the mountains threw at them.